Hello, in today's lecture we are going to see bipolar junction transistors. In previous lecture we have already seen how a PN junction diode works. The objective of the lectures is describe the basic structure of the bipolar junction transistor, which is called as BJT, explain and analyze basic transistor bias and operation. Discuss the parameters and characteristics of a transistor and how they apply to transistor circuits. Introduction. What is a transistor? A three-terminal device whose output current, voltage and or power are controlled by its input. It is commonly used in audio applications as an amplifier, in switching applications as a switch, and in power supply voltage and current regulator circuit. Two basic transistor types are BJT and FET. BJT stands for bipolar junction transistor and FET is field effect transistor. These two transistors differ in their operating characteristics and their internal construction. BJT structure. BJT is constructed with three doped semiconductor regions separated by two PN junctions. The three regions are called emitter, base and collector. The PN junction joining the base region and the emitter region is called the base emitter junction. And the PN junction joining the base region and the collector region is called base collector junction. The base region is lightly doped and very thin compared to the heavily doped emitter and the moderately doped collector region. We can see into these diagrams the different types of transistors. A three-lead semiconductor device that acts as a transistor, an electrically controlled switch, a current amplifier. A BJT is a type of transistor that relies on the contact of two types of semiconductor for its operation. First is NPN and another one is PNP. The type of BJTs: a transistor consisting of two N and one P type layers of material called NPN transistor, whereas a transistor consisting of two P and one N type layers of material called PNP transistor. From the below diagram, we can see a PNP and NPN transistor. In PNP transistor, where there are two P type of semiconducting materials and one is N type, which is based lightly doped base region having N type of material. This is the symbol for PNP transistor. This is collector, emitter and base, whereas from this symbol we can identify the type of transistor. Here is the arrow indicating inverse will show us that it is a PNP type of transistor. Whereas in case of NPN transistor, there are two N type of materials and one P type of material is the base. And from the symbol, this arrow which is outward towards the emitter indicates this is NPN type of transistor. This will show the flow of electron from base to emitter. Bipolar junction transistor fundamentals. We can see here emitter P plus, base N and collector P, where there is having some metallic contact to the base N. For emitter E we are indicating here and collector. So most of the electrons will be emitted from the emitter, so it is called as emitter. And this collector region is moderately doped and it will accept the electrons, so it is called as collector. Emitter emits the holes, whereas for base region a narrow base controls number of the holes emitted. Collector collects the holes emitted by the emitter. This is for PNP type. This is NPN transistor. Here, emitter emits electrons, base controls the number of electrons emitted, and collector will collect the electrons which is emitted by the emitter. There are different types of BJT configurations which will be used for amplification application. Common base configuration is also called as base grounded configuration. It has voltage gain but no current gain. Next configuration is common emitter configuration, where emitter is connected to the in between the input and output, common to both the input and output, has both current and voltage gain. Common collector configuration, it has current gain but no voltage gain, where collector will act as common to both input circuit and output circuit. These are some of the diagrams of types of configurations. For common base configuration, the base is grounded, which is common to the input side, where emitter and base will act as an input circuit, and collector and base will act as the output circuit. Both input and output share the base in common. Similarly, for common emitter configuration, we are providing VEB voltage as input voltage between base and emitter, and collecting the output between collector and emitter. So emitter will act as common here. For common collector configuration, VCB is the input voltage applied between base and collector terminal, and VEC is the output voltage which is collected between emitter and collector. Both the input and output will share collector in common. NPN BJT transistor. How this will work we will see here. The first, when transistor is in off state. We can see from the diagram, for NPN transistor, electrons are the majority carriers, and for P region, holes are the majority carriers. Again in the N region, electrons are the majority carriers. To the collector, we have connected a battery of plus V volt, whereas base is connected to 0 volt and emitter is grounded. So there is no electron flow, or there is no current flowing from the regions or both of the P regions. So depletion layer will be higher here. Width of depletion layer is wider. When transistor will become on, that when we are applying some plus V voltage to the collector, plus voltage to the base, and emitter is connected to ground. So from this battery, number of holes are injected into the base region. These holes will get recombined with the number of electrons into the N region, so that number of electrons from this N region will cross the PN junction and recombine with the holes in the P region. Also, the number of electrons which are emitted by this emitter will cross the another PN junction, and these electrons will travel towards the collector. Collector will collect the number of electrons emitted by the hole. So this is the flow of electrons from emitter. Electrons will flow, crosses the two PN junctions and come to the collector, whereas the conventional current flow is always in opposite to the electron flow, that will be shown into this direction IC. Because of there is flow of electrons, the depletion layer vanishes. You can see here there is no depletion region, and this state of the transistor is called as on state, or transistor is in on state. NPN transistor in a complete circuit, we can see how it will work. From the first diagram, we can see here a battery of 1.5 volt is connected between the base and emitter region through one of the switch. Here initially switch is in open state, whereas 9 volt battery is connected between the collector and emitter. As this switch is open, there is no current flowing into the base terminal. So zero base current is there. So because of zero base current, base emitter junction is in reverse bias and electron will not flow. So because of this is in cutoff region, or we can say that there is no electron flow, emitters could not emit the electrons and cross or give us the collector current. So there is zero collector current. From the second diagram, we can see how it will work is. Now the switch is in closed condition. So small base current is flowing into the base terminal. So this will inject maximum number of holes into the P region, and that will combine with the number of electrons. Now from this battery, number of electrons will get emitted into the N region, and this will crosses the upper PN junction, and this will create a collector current, and hence in the circuit there is very large collector current. Now for this BJT, we can see a simplified structure of NPN transistor. First, for an emitter, we can see here this is N-type emitter region, P-type base region, and again a N-type collector region. Whereas these are nothing but the metal contacts. For collector, this is metal contact of base and of emitter. This PN junction is the base emitter junction, or we can also call this one as emitter base junction. And this PN junction we can call it as collector base junction. Transistor consists of two PN junctions, emitter base junction and collector base junction. Operating modes of these transistors depending on the biasing of the transistor. First is the active mode, which is used for amplification. Actually, this transistor will have three modes of operation: cutoff mode, saturation mode, and active mode. Active mode is always in between the cutoff and saturation modes. For this NPN transistor, we'll see how it will work when we are applying the external source to the base emitter base junction and collector base junction. From this, VB is the voltage which is applied between emitter and base, whereas this emitter base junction is in forward bias and collector base junction is reversed bias. Now, because of emitter is connected to the negative of the battery, more number of electrons are injected into the N region. This will crosses the PN junction and recombine with the number of holes injected into the P region and then recombine. This number of electrons from N region recombine with the holes into the base region and crosses the PN junction between the collector base, and more number of electrons will travel towards the collector. We can see here this IE is the current because of injected electrons and injected holes. IB1 is the current because of injected holes, whereas IB is the current flowing because of the battery Q. IB2 is the current because of diffusion of electrons and holes. Collector current is the current flowing towards the collector, where we can see that there is the collector current, conventional current shown here, IC, flowing into the collector. Actual electron flow is in opposition, or which is in opposite direction to the conventional current. Forward bias of an emitter base junction will cause current to flow. This current has two components, that is electrons injected from the emitter into the base and holes injected from the base into the emitter. We have seen this junction is forward bias and this junction is reverse bias. The voltage drop between the emitter base is VBE and the voltage drop between the collector base junction is VCB. Basic principle of the BJT. The basic principle of the BJT is the voltage between two terminals controls the current through the third terminal. That is, from this diagram you can see this voltage VBE we are providing between the base and emitter, and VC is the voltage between collector and emitter. This is whatever we have seen earlier from this diagram, that is base emitter junction is forward bias and collector emitter junction is in reverse bias. That is NPN transistor is in active mode. Here we can see the actual current flow into the diagram. Base current flows into the base and causes the current to flow into the emitter. So number of electrons flowing from the emitter will get recombined with the number of holes that will get injected into the base. Now electrons will crosses the upper PN junction and more electrons will be traveled towards the collector. Collector collects these electrons. Now this is direction. The arrow, black arrow shown downward, will show the conventional current flowing into the circuit. IC is the current flowing into the circuit. So now from this diagram we can define what is the emitter current. Emitter current IE is the current because of the base current IB and collector current flowing into the collector IC. So we can define IE is equal to IB plus IC. So the collector current and the base current are related by IC is equal to beta IB, and by applying the KCL we obtain IE is equal to IC plus IB, as we have already seen here IE is equal to IC plus IB. The same thing is here, IE is equal to IC plus IB. IE is equal to 1 plus beta IB, and equivalently from these two relations we can define IC is equal to beta divided by 1 plus beta into IE. Whenever we are solving for this, we can define the fraction beta by 1 plus beta is as alpha. For the transistors of interest, beta is equal to 100, which corresponds to alpha is equal to 0.99. Whereas from this relation we can define IC is approximately is equal to IE, as alpha is the ratio of collector current to the emitter current, and alpha is called as current gain. We can see here one of the example given. An NPN transistor has a DC current gain beta value of 200. Calculate the base current IB required to switch a resistive load of 4 milliampere. We have to solve this example. Given beta value is 200, collector current 4 milliampere, that is 4 into 10 raised to minus 3 ampere. We have to find out the base current IB. From the given relation of current gain, beta is equal to IC by IB. Therefore, we can define IB is equal to IC by beta, as IC is 4 milliampere, 4 into 10 raised to minus 3 ampere, and beta is 200. After solving for this, we can have IB is equal to 2 into 10 raised to minus 5 ampere, or it is 20 into 10 raised to minus 6. As we know that 1 micro is equal to 10 raised to minus 6. So this current IB is equal to 20 milliampere. Question number 2. If the collector current IC is equal to 7.95 milliampere and the emitter current IE is equal to 8 milliampere, then calculate current gain alpha. Whatever we have here is IC is equal to 7.95 milliampere and IE is equal to 8 milliampere. Find the alpha. Alpha is the current gain, and which is the ratio of IC to IE. So alpha is equal to 7.95 into 10 raised to minus 3 ampere divided by IE 8 into 10 raised to minus 3 ampere, which is 0.994. Input characteristics of NPN transistor. Here we have the NPN transistor is in its active mode. Whenever we are applying base emitter voltage between the base and emitter, then we can see that initially for base emitter voltage on x axis and IB current on the y axis, as we are increasing the base voltage slowly, and it has to be overcome the cut-in voltage, that is 0.6 volt for silicon type of material and 0.3 volt for germanium. So whenever base voltage is greater than cut-in voltage or 0.6 volt, there is current flowing into the base emitter junction, and this current will now increases rapidly with the increase into the base emitter voltage. So there is maximum current after the cut-in voltage. You can see here this current is shown in microampere, whereas voltage we are providing here. Transistor operation and characteristic IV curves. The three terminals of the transistor and the two junctions represent us with multiple operating regimes. In order to distinguish these regimes, we have to look at the IV characteristics of the device. The most important characteristic of the BJT is the plot of the collector current IC versus the collector emitter voltage VCE. For various values of the base current IB as shown on the circuit. The transistor operation and characteristics IB curves for cutoff region, base emitter junction is reverse bias. Here into this we can see the cutoff region. When transistor is in off state, or we can say that base emitter junction is reverse bias, there is no base current flowing into the circuit, the transistor is in its cutoff region. Then saturation region, where base emitter junction is forward bias, and as well as the collector base region is also in forward bias. So both the regions are in forward bias. For various values of base current, we can see here the graph is given. In saturation region, both the junctions are in forward bias. Base emitter junction and collector base junction, both are in forward bias, where the collector current IC reaches a maximum which is independent of IB and beta, whereas collector to emitter voltage is less than the base to emitter voltage. The active region, the most important region in which transistor is in its active mode. The base emitter junction is forward bias and collector base junction is reverse bias. Here base emitter junction voltage VBE is less than collector to emitter voltage VCE, and which is less than the VCC voltage. From this graph IV characteristics, we can see the active region, how this will work. Transistor will have the active region in between cutoff and saturation region. For various currents IB1, IB2, IB3 and IB4, we have plotted the graph of VCE voltage versus the collector current IC. And the fourth region is breakdown region, when the collector current and collector to emitter voltage exceeds its specification, that is the collector current IC into the collector and collector to emitter voltage VCE exceeds, it will cause damage to the transistor. and this is called as the breakdown region. Now these are the three modes of operations. Depending on the bias condition on its two junctions, the BJT can operate in the three possible modes, that is cutoff, both junctions are reverse bias, active, emitter based junction forward bias, and collector based junction reverse bias. Saturation mode, both junctions are forward bias. As we have seen, for cutoff, both the junctions are reverse bias. In saturation, both the junctions are forward bias. In these conditions, transistor can be applied as a switch for digital applications, or it can be used as a switching material for digital circuit. For active mode of transistor, emitter based junction is forward bias and collector based junction is reverse bias, and it can be applied as an amplifier in most of the circuits, most of the applications. Specific application is in audio applications. Comparison of the configurations. This table will show us the different characteristics of the transistors with their configurations: common base configuration, common emitter configuration, common collector configuration. The characteristics are: input impedance is low for CB, medium, high. Output impedance is high, medium and low. Current gain for CB it is low, for common emitter configuration it is high, and for common collector also high. Voltage gain is high for common base, high for common emitter, and unity 1 for common collector. Power gain medium, high and low. Phase reversal, there is no phase reversal in common base configuration. Common emitter configuration, there is phase reversal. In common collector, no phase reversal. Application: common base configuration is used in AF amplifiers. Common emitter configuration is used for voltage and power amplifications, and common collector is used for impedance matching. Summary of bipolar junction transistor. BJT is a three-layer device constructed from two semiconductor diode junctions joined together, one forward bias and one reverse bias. There are two main types of BJT, the NPN and the PNP transistor. Transistors are current operated devices where a much smaller base current causes a larger emitter to collector current, which themselves are nearly equal to flow. The most common transistor connection is the common emitter configuration.